Hey there, wrestling fans. It's the host with the most, Team Ryry, and we are back to do the Team Ryry's Wrestling Podcast Edition, episode number 6. I have two of my wrestling fans and my friends. Go ahead, guys. Plug your social media and all good stuff. Go ahead, take it away, someone.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. My name's Connor, aka OKFave. You can follow me on Twitter at OKFave, Facebook.com/OKFave is Bach. And also my YouTube channel, which does not have its own private URL. So just go over to Twitter, and its link will be right in the bio. So subscribe to me over on YouTube as well.
All right, and I'm Tony. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who I am and stuff like that. You can go ahead and follow me at the Rated or Regular One and subscribe to my YouTube, The Wrestling Talent. I feel like I've said that a lot here on the podcast as of late, but anyways, yes, that's my information.
And it's me, Team Ryry, host the most. You guys can follow me on Twitter. Team Ryry 32. You can check out my main channel, is Team Ryry, and all that great stuff. Okay, the first thing I want to discuss is about this past Monday Night in Raw, is the return of The Undertaker and Lesnar, the Awesome Brawl. Okay, Tony, you could kick it off, and what's your thoughts on that brawl?
Well, I made a video on it and stuff, but I don't mind discussing it. I thought it was good for what it was. I liked how it was portrayed, and it like to me, it made Taker look more human and stuff. I guess you could say and stuff like that. But I liked it, and what else really? I did like how they did backstage, like and all that. Normally we don't really see many backstage brawls that much anymore, so that was cool. And they put a lot of. I think they put a decent amount of time into it. Yeah, it could have been better. Maybe have a few of the jobbers, that were holding the back at maybe choke slams, F5, that kind of stuff. But I guess they didn't really want to do that. But the main thing that stuck out, the main thing that not stuck out, but the main thing that stood out to me was when Brock was like, I'm gonna kill you and all that. He said it multiple times with Taker, and then Taker's like, you're gonna have to something along those lines. So I thought that was kind of edgy. But besides that, I thought it was decent, and when was the last time we've seen Taker in a brawl? So that was kind of something. But yeah, that's really my thoughts on it.
What about you, okay, Faye? What's your thoughts on the brawl?
So to be completely honest, from the start, I mean, I did not want to see. I did not want to see Taker and Lesnar fight again. I'll be completely honest. However, the brawl that they pulled off on Raw made me want to see the match. Despite the fact that we've seen it, despite the fact that Taker's past his age, and all the people, and even like I said, even myself was saying, not really big a fan on Brock and Taker being the main event at SummerSlam. This brawl really caught my attention. Now, like you see these brawls before, where basically it takes everyone in the back to break them up because it's such an epic brawl. But these two had such a realism and believability behind it that just made you just sucked you in. They could have dragged that thing on for 10, 20 minutes. I still would have just had my eyes glued. The best part about the whole thing was just constantly seeing Brock or Taker break away from the group and just get another little jab, a little punch, a little scratch, a little claw right at them and just keep on going. And it just had this raw emotion that you haven't seen. Like you've seen Brock's run, you've seen Taker's run. It's these two animals just trying to tear each other apart. I thought they did a absolute phenomenal job of doing this, hands down.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Great job by Undertaker, Lesnar, and the WWE. Do you guys agree with this? And
I
yeah, I love this. Do you agree with this? Okay, Fate, about the great brawl on Monday night. You guys.
I mean, they did a phenomenal job. If their job was to sell the main event of SummerSlam, they in my opinion, they completely succeeded.
Okay.
I agree. I agree. Well, I actually agree with you on that, though. How you were saying you weren't really, you didn't really wasn't really looking forward to the match, before this. And I agree. I was like the same. I was like, I mean, I don't really want to see Taker and Lesnar at it again and stuff. But after this brawl, it convinced me and it got me tuned in and stuff. And like I didn't, really, I was kind of glued to the screen. Like I figured that they were going to do more once they got both of them backstage or whatever. I figured they were going to do maybe some more or something, and that's what they did. So I was just glued to the screen, and it kept me wanting. I kind of wanted more, but we got what we got, and that's that. And it was also cool. For, when was the last time you actually seen Taker interact? Like normally, most of the time, the last couple of years, he's mainly just come out, cut promos, and that's been that. But when was the last time you actually seen him interact with somebody, get involved in stuff? So I thought that was cool, too.
To a degree, the brawl humanized him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You see Taker do these mystic things with the smoke and the gong and the electric lights and the dark blue lid and all this rest in peace. And you see this like mysticism, mystic, evil boogeyman kind of character. This was completely different. This took away the smoke and the mirrors and just you had two guys who wanted to get at each other's throats. So seeing that rare side of Taker that we haven't seen probably since 2003 or 4 was a welcome fresh change to me.
It was, and also my friend Lucas, one of my friends, Lucas, actually, he kind of pitched this idea, and I thought that would have been maybe cool. But then again, with this new side of Taker and stuff, they didn't really want to give him that, what do you call it, his whole mystical kind of, persona for once they humanized him, like you said. But he was pointing out that it would have been kind of cool, if they had, maybe showed them handcuffing Taker or whatever, putting him in the back of the police car, and then all of a sudden, maybe smoke fills it up or something, and then he's gone, like he disappears. That would have made a little cool thing to do or something like that. But then again, they're.
Yeah, I would have done it with Brock instead.
Brock?
Yeah, because they want to. They don't want to rely on that. We've seen that before. We saw that with Taker and Brock at 30. We saw the build up of the Mystic versus the Beast. This is to me a little different. This is hey, I'm pissed, you're pissed. Let's just kill each other and see who's standing. It's not.
And also, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And also too, I know people have been conflicted. Oh, is he heel? Is he face? I don't think they're even worrying about that. I'm not looking at it that way. It's just two guys that hate each other. They just want to get in there and just tear each other apart. I don't think there is a heel or face really. I don't think that really plays a part. Both of the guys get a good reaction from the crowd. But you know what? One of them, you may think one of them, has to be heel, the other has to be face. But to me, it's just I don't think the fans really care. I don't think there really is a heel or face. I think they're just, I don't think they're really relying on that in this feud this time around.
No, they kind of did the same thing that they did with Triple H versus Taker at WrestleMania 27. There was no baby face. There was no heel. It was pretty clear cut what was going on. You could do something that have a confrontation between the two to build it up. And this is kind of a strong statement, but I stand by this. You could literally not have Taker or Brock Lesnar, either one of them, on Monday Night Raw live in person from now until SummerSlam. And I will still be just as interested in that main event than I was on Raw last Monday.
I agree. I will too. This could be their only appearance leading up to the match, and I'll still be glued into that main event, and I'll still be looking forward to it. Yep. And I hope it doesn't disappoint. I think this time around it'll be better than 30. I'm going on a limb saying that because I think Taker, maybe he'll put in some effort and stuff, and hopefully he doesn't get a concussion halfway through the match. That's something I hope doesn't happen. I don't think it will. That was just maybe an accident on Lesnar's part. We don't really know the full story there, but we don't know how Lesnar is and stuff. But I just hope that maybe a stipulation is added. But you know what? I think a stipulation will be added to the match.
I hope not. If we get anything, the only thing I would push the most would be no holds barred. That's about it.
No holds barred. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Hell in a Cell, but I don't think that really needs to come into play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Next discussion, I want to discuss. I discussed with Tony recently. Is about Dean Ambrose. Okay. Now the last two pay-per-views he headlined main event. Dean Ambrose. Now this past one, background, he's not in a freaking card, and that is bullshit. Okay, that's just my theory. I like Dean Ambrose. You know, I'm glad he got out of the Shield. I think he's the most awesome one besides Seth Rollins, from my point of view. Who wants to take away from this one? Who wants to discuss this discussion, guys? Who wants to go
I'll
first?
let Kate go first.
Oh, cool. I get the honors. Thank you. So I think they dropped the ball on Dean, and I don't know what happened. He is a very rare character in which he gets your attention very easily, and he has the way to not only grab your attention but to keep it. And that's a very rare thing to do. It's, you can do. Some people I know can do either or, but not both. A lot of people compare his character to Stone Cold, and I can definitely see that in terms of a rebellious person who basically just doesn't give a fuck. And it's catchy, it's addictive, it's fun to watch that character buck the system. And I thought, honestly, and I still think this, they should have given him the strap at Money in the Bank.
I agree.
I think Chamber was a field test to see how that would have looked with him on the belt. I don't see why it wouldn't be a bad idea to let him. And this is the other thing too. And I know a lot of people, and we've seen Seth and Dean fight several times, main evented pay-per-views. But to be honest, and this is just me, they don't get boring. There are very rare combinations of wrestlers that you can put in the ring multiple times, and the match will not get boring. And they are one of those people where you can put them in the ring 17 times in 17 different matches. You would get 17 different performances, and each of them would catch my attention. So what I would have personally done was I would have had Dean hold on to the championship, even just through the summer, and have him drop it to Seth later on. Because what that would also do on the flip side of that is that would give Seth Rollins some sort of credible feud and credible victory. Even if he lost the championship, it would make Seth more of a redeeming champion than what we have right now, where he basically just kind of scurries with his tail between his legs and he doesn't really get it. He has yet, in my opinion, to get a solid solo victory on his own, minus the one at Money in the Bank against Dean, as champion, and he has not been a good champion. Dean, they need to capitalize on the fact that he is a very entertaining, very good person. So I would keep him in the same threshold as Roman Reigns is right now, as far as the upper mid-card feud. Hell, I'd even give him a shot against the Wyatt family again now, but that's just me. Point being is that Dean's been underutilized since the Money in the Bank match. Hell, I would have given him the briefcase.
That's true. Let me touch on this. It's like, with Dean and stuff, it was cool, and stuff to see him. Well, supposedly, when he didn't really win it at Elimination Chamber, or should have. But I get what you're saying. It's more like a field test, so just kind of, see how it would work and stuff like that. But they should have given him the belt at Money in the Bank and stuff like that. I don't know why they didn't, but I guess plans. I don't think they actually were going to give him something to begin with, but it would have been cool and stuff like that. I think he deserves it. He's worked his ass off and all that, and since Seth's been champion, really, he really hasn't got a credible win, besides the ladder match. But that really, that was just kind of like, you climb the ladder and grab it or whatever. Sure you could have help, but he didn't and all. But to me, for Seth to really, I like the guy and all, I like him, and stuff. But him being champion and stuff, they've kind of just sheltered him and stuff like that. He's kind of just been just something to really. He kind of reminds me of back in the day, Triple H kind of thing. With Evolution, when Triple H retained that belt like every month, it kind of reminds me of that. Except well, actually, he is getting help. Triple H did back in the day. I don't know what I was thinking about that. I feel like we need to get like a solid clean victory, whatever, like via pinfall, something like that. I want to see something like that. Then maybe I can give him some credibility as champion, but it's, but back to Dean or whatever. I know Dean was actually, he was scheduled to be a battleground against Kane, but they took out Kane. They took him out of the storyline due to the so-called injury. That was just write him off a while. But yeah, nobody really. I don't personally. I wouldn't have wanted to see the match anyway. We've already seen it, like a dozen times on Raw or whatever. So yeah, but Dean to me is he's my favorite superstar. I honestly hope he gets to his time, eventually here. him winning the briefcase would have been cool if he was in that match. But you know what? I hope they give Dean the. I'm going on a long win here. I'm going to say hopefully Dean wins the Rumble next year. I want to see it and maybe have a three-way for the belt between the former Shield members. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, another discussion is I know it's a couple months away, or actually next year, is the 2016 Hall of Fame. Um, I went last year for the first time, and it was a great experience. The only reason I went there to see Macho Man there. I mean, he was not there, but in spirit he was. I wish he was there, but WWE waited too long. They dropped the ball, and plus, I think WWE and Macho Man was on bad terms, right, guys?
Yes, I believe.
So, um, this is who I think would be great. I think Rick Rude would be great. Honky Tonk Man, but Honky Tonk Man is keep denying it. I'm keep hearing that. Bulldog would be great. Owen Hart, but I think his ex-wife, not ex-wife, his widow says no. But they are making a DVD and Blu-ray. It's coming out very, very shortly. That's gonna be too damn sweet. There's a lot of guys deserve the Hall of Fame. Of course, they can put a celebrity wing. I don't like that, but we don't have control of that. That's only McMahon and his cronies. So that's just my theories, my thoughts. So you guys could jump in anytime you want to in this discussion.
All right, I guess I'll take it this time. Let's see. I'm not going to be one of the ones that goes. I would like to see Taker maybe Sting or whatever, but I feel like one of them needs to be in there. Like I just think I don't want to say it would be overwhelming, but it just I think one of them should they should each have their own headline, like Taker maybe next year and then Sting 2017, something like that. I just feel like neither of them should be behind the other. I just feel like one should be the headliner and then next year I don't think that one should be in the other shadow. That's just my opinion. But I guess if they were to do one of them, then it'd be cool to see Taker. I guess the rumor is going roughshod all around, just saying that Taker he'll get inducted and then the next night he'll wrestle a glass match at 32, and then that'll be that. That'll be him rolling up the boots. At least that's all the rumors going around. But like you mentioned a few earlier, British Bulldog would be cool. Maybe Brian Pillman. I'd like to see him in there. Owen Hart, like you said. I really had a diva. There ain't one. I mean, maybe Victoria. I don't know. Like there ain't many divas that can come to mind from like back in the day, really, that stand out. But I guess maybe Victoria. Maybe I'm forgetting some of the other ones from back in the day. But who else? It's too early to induct baby. I doubt that'll happen. But I don't know really. Who else is there? I don't want to really stay on. I don't want to really keep just thinking and stuff. And maybe it'll come back to me or something. But I'll guess we'll send it over to okay over there.
I mean, you kind of hit on most of the ones between the two of you guys, but most of the ones that I would have put in. Rude, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, Sting and Taker. It's going to be one or the other or both if this year. The one that I always hope is actually a tag team. It's a tag team that no one really thinks about, but it's one of my personal favorite tag teams of all time. And considering it's in Texas this year, it would make all the sense in the world for them to induct the Fabulous Freebirds. Bam Bam, Terry Gordy, Buddy Roberts, and Michael Hayes.
That's true. What about the British Bulldogs?
Yeah.
They could induct them as a team. They could induct them together or separate. I mean, that one could go either way. As far as divas, maybe Ivory. Ivory, not a lot of people think of her as a big diva, but considering that she wrestled actually in the 80s before she came to the WWE, she has the longevity behind it.
You're trying to maybe. Yeah, she has heat. I don't know about that.
The other one, and this is someone who I don't think will be inducted this year. I think he will be inducted next year, based off the fact that it's in Philadelphia, is my personal wrestling idol, Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Oh yeah.
He deserves it, yeah.
I think Heyman, if he's not inducted this year, if WrestleMania 33, which I'm pretty sure is going to be in Philadelphia next year, or 2017, I'm fairly close to certain to say that he will most likely get inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Oh yeah. Former home of ECW, that'd be an awesome place.
That's true.
That place would go.
And also,
That place would go nuts.
another thing that comes to mind is maybe for next year's Hall of Fame, I mean, maybe a tag too as Demolition.
Oh yeah, yes.
He's got the Road Warrior, so maybe Demolition. I think good in there too. Nothing else really stands out.
Not really.
There's probably other ones. Just
Yeah.
can't come to mind right now. Probably think of it after this is already over. What else are we gonna discuss?
Let's see here. Oh, I want to ask you guys a question. What's your thoughts on these pathetic, DVD artwork on WWE's making? It look like they don't give a damn lately. You know what I'm saying, guys?
In regards to what?
On the network, because I know the network launched 2 years? Is it 2 years already? They've been on, and back in the day they put some great artwork on the DVD covers. Now these days they don't put no effort on them. You know?
Well, I think the DVDs are not what they focus on anymore. I think they focus more on the network subscriptions because the DVD distributions cost money to package, promote, and all that stuff too. To be completely honest with you, the DVDs have there have been very few and far between as far as DVDs that I personally, from looking at the list, are like, oh my god, I gotta have it. I think out of the last 2 years since the network's been launched, the only DVD that I can really think that I'm like, man, I have to get this is the Paul Heyman one.
Yeah.
I know they're doing a Sting one at the end of this year, so depending on the reviews on that one, I might get that one too. But honestly, I mean, WWE DVDs have kind of gone downhill, especially since, like, if you just wait a few months, maybe even a year, that DVD will be available on the network.
Oh yeah.
Pretty fast. So I would expect to say that, like, just wait. If they were smart, which they are, and I'm pretty sure they will. You wait a couple more years, they're going to stop producing DVDs. They're just going to go all digital.
Yep, I agree. It's gonna happen eventually because I don't understand. You know, just off subject. The DVDs for a Blu-ray for WWE is so flippin' expensive. Of course, it's the top of the food chain, but I think they should lower down the price, or they should stop making them. Whatever comes first. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that goes back to the production cost. I mean, you know, it costs them so much money to actually sit down and produce and create and make all the DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yep.
It's just easier to just throw everything digitally.
Yeah, and I think another discussion real quickly. I know a lot of people hate the damn network because a lot of buffing. It freezes. You can't go back. I like it because you could, the top 10, there's some stuff that's not even on a DVD, and of course probably will be on DVD because they will make some extra money. I love the network. A lot of people have mixed emotions on it. Tony, what's your thoughts on the network currently? You know?
I think the network is a great feature. You know, it's brilliant. You know, they should have thought of it years ago or something, but I guess they just they what was it? I think 2011, 2012 actually. So there was like a little announcement about it, but then it just faded away and it never was heard from again. I think maybe they wanted to maybe redo things on it, but they didn't want to then when they launched it. When they launched it, I think Mania actually. But Mania, Mania. Yeah. I could be wrong. No, was that February 24th? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was February of last year. It's a great feature, and it's something, different. I know there's YouTube and stuff, but I mean, YouTube, you're not gonna. Most of the time, it's gonna be, with matches and stuff or whatever it may be. It's most likely the audio is gonna be pitched, the voice that people are trying to avoid copyright. So on there, you'll get it in its, entirety and stuff. You'll get the audio like close to as you can do on YouTube and stuff, but without the network. And I like how you can go back and stuff. Yeah, there is buffering issues and stuff, but for the most part, on my end at least, I think maybe it has something to do with my internet connection and stuff. It goes pretty good. It may be slow here and there, and it may I may be behind sometimes, but for the most for what it is, and the price and stuff, I need it. And it seems like every month though now they kind of, maybe there was like a little specialty to it, but now I think that specialty's gone. How they're giving it free every month or something. I guess they just want to get subscribers, but I mean, it's like every month for new subscribers, that's free. Like it kind of ruined the special. Like I guess you could say, I don't want to say special feel, but like a specialty of it. It was just like something they came up with every so often. And now it's like every freaking month.
Yeah.
But I like the network.
Well, you okay? What's your thoughts on that so far?
In terms of the network in general.
Yeah, and what Tony said about the buffing, if you have any problems on your end,
A little bit, but that's to be expected because that's you have a streaming service and you have only so many servers, and that's expected to happen. I think the WWE is very smart, and for once, usually WWE is like kind of behind the curve on technology, but I think they're very smart with the network being a like Netflix-esque subscription service because they have so much content, especially from past and other promotions and stuff like WCW, ECW, and the things keep going the way they go by the end of the year, TNA. But they have this tons of footage, and they have a lot of fans who tend to not like some of the newer stuff, and they prefer the older stuff. So why not cater to them? I think it's a smart thing that they're doing, especially with like the Monday Night War, special original series, and also relocating some of their DVD documentaries to there as well too. So like I said, I think it's only a matter of time. You give it like maybe 5 years, maybe even less than that, and you'll see everything go right to the network.
Yep. And I love, especially in pay-per-views, when they had a pre-show, and I love that. Back in the day, there was no such thing as a pre-show. I mean, there was, but not as big as now, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they're basically trying to copy Major League Sports.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think they should just do their own thing for the pre-show. But it's whatever. But I told Tony, they had this when they first had the network. After Raw, they had what do they call it back then?
After the post show or whatever.
Yeah, they stopped doing that, and that sucks because, for example, this past Monday night, Lesnar and Taker, the Brawl, they could discuss that, but now we go into the following Monday night, or if you watch SmackDown, who gives a fucking shit about SmackDown these days, or the reaction about the Lesnar and Taker Brawl, but now they don't do that more. But do you think they should go back to that after the Raw thing?
I mean, it keeps the viewers tuned in and stuff.
Yeah.
And all that, but I don't know, like, personally for me, I mean, it was cool at first and stuff, but they have the pre-show and stuff. I mean, you don't want to, maybe it was just getting overwhelming. I don't think they did it very long.
No, I don't think so either.
But maybe it was just getting overwhelming, and they wanted to test it out, and they thought maybe just doing the pre-show, just discussing what's going on, like what's going to happen on the show or whatever. I think maybe discuss for pay-per-views, discussing each match and stuff. The main matches, most of the time they'll throw in a little bit add-ons about the other matches, but maybe they just wanted to test it out to see how it would go, and they thought maybe it was just too overwhelming. It was maybe enough talking, and just people eventually just kind of lose interest and they just tune out. So I think maybe that's why they cut it. But I personally like the way things are right now.
Okay. Another thing is, we all know that October is a great month for the WWE because the breast month and all that great stuff. Another thing is, the reason I want to say October because WWE 2K is it 16 coming up, guys?
Yes.
Who's on the front cover? Austin. Of course, I'm not gonna get it because I don't have a PS4 yet. In your eyes, do you think this might be the best game or the cover so far in WWE history for video game wise?
Hard to say. Supposedly, what the one of the main things they said that you were talking about was the two major things they were revealing about the game. Was the first one is that there will be a Stone Cold Attitude Era showcase mode where basically you go through the entire Attitude Era as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Can you play him as him?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The other big one was the fact that they said that they will have the largest roster in any WWE major console video game history,
Ever?
with
Wow.
with 120 wrestlers.
Damn.
Now here's the thing. A lot of people, and I was kind of the same way too. Like, oh, a lot of wrestlers. Yeah, sure. So you count those 4 versions of John Cena like last year as 4 different wrestlers? They said no. To be crystal clear, when we say 120 wrestlers, we mean 120 unique molded wrestlers. So there will be 120 separate different characters for this game. They also mentioned the fact that this will be they are trying their hardest to make it the most current and updated roster possible. Now I know the game comes out at the end of October, so chances are that they're going to probably round out the roster around towards the end of SummerSlam.
Okay.
So from what I understand, not only will the full main WWE roster be available, but most, if not the entire NXT roster will also be available, including Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens,
Wow.
Hideo Itami, all those people.
I
Yeah.
heard about that. Yeah,
That's
I heard
awesome.
about that too. Like I was like, well, actually, when I wrote the post, I read it off of. I think I like the post on Facebook. I think I have 2Ks or whatever the Facebook page like the game whatever. But yeah, I read about that. Like, they announced a few weeks back like the 120 separate characters and stuff, and then they were like. They mentioned something about, like that doesn't include 5 different John Cena, attires and 2 different Mark Henry, attires, or like, Mark Henry, looks like with long hair and then the bald head or whatever. Like, I would assume when the game is officially done and you're playing it or whatever, I would assume. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm getting interrupted.
That's okay.
I was actually going to say I found a list of the so-called confirmed roster so far. So far, they said, as per the listing, the main roster would feature the following: Adam Rose, Bad News Barrett, Big E, Big Show, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Cesaro, Christian, Curtis Axel, Damian Sandow, Daniel Bryan, Darren Young, Dean Ambrose, Diego, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Fandango, Fernando, Goldust, Heath Slater, Jack Swagger, Jay and Jimmy Uso, John Cena, Kalisto, Corporate Kane, Kofi Kingston, Connor, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, The Miz, Neville, R-Truth, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ryback, Seth Rollins, Sin Cara, Stardust, Sheamus, Titus O'Neil, Triple H, Tyson Kidd, Xavier Woods, Victor, and Zack Ryder.
Wow, that's a lot so far.
That's just the main roster, and that's rumor. The only ones that have been officially confirmed by the game have been Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor, Bad News Barrett, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Paige.
Hey,
I've also heard that they have been they have modeled a lot of the NXT roster, so I know that most of the NXT roster will most likely be on that game, including the divas, such as Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Hey, I was wondering, do you think they're going to put in authorities like Triple H and Stephanie in the game?
Of course, they have Corporate Kane. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have them.
That'd be cool. I mean, as a you could use them as a exhibition mode or a season mode. That's what I was wondering.
Well, my thoughts on it, back with it. Anyways, my thoughts about it is probably with Triple H, we'll get his obviously his in-ring attire. Maybe I doubt they'll give him like. I know in the past and stuff you've been able to play like as Triple H and stuff in the suit, as in a match or whatever. But I don't think they'll give him like for one of his attires, him in the suit or whatever. I think maybe if you're involved in a storyline or something, or maybe like universe mode, maybe they'll have him in a suit or whatever. But as far as in-ring, I think that'll be like one of his attires you can choose.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Do you think Sting will be in the game for sure?
Of course, he has to
Yes.
be. I mean, his updated look, his update. I know last year he was part of the pre-order bonus or whatever. Him, the current, like I guess you'd say Pro Sting and then Surfer Sting, but I think like the Sting, from Mania, that this kind of like updated older Sting will probably be in the game. He has to be.
He better be.
But I'm excited for the how they're gonna put in it. They actually showed already like a little bit of a
Preview.
For Finn Balor, his model, like it's not completely done, but in his war paint and stuff, and I thought it looked phenomenal. I mean, it's not done or whatever. It was just like a little scan of him, like, but it was him, like just him without the paint, and then next to a screen with his war paint on and whatever. And I thought it looked pretty good and stuff. So I think with him, they should give. I think they will. They'll give him the war paint, and then maybe play as him without the war paint. I think they'll probably do that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this game, but
I
I
hope
can't.
they get Joe in there though. I would read about that.
Yeah. This game looks awesome, guys. But I'm not gonna buy this game because I don't have PS4 yet because they don't make it for the 3, right? They don't
They
make
do.
it. They make
do.
it. Oh, they do make it
They
for
do.
the.
Yeah, for
Okay.
all four consoles.
Okay.
Yep, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One. And I
Yeah,
know I'm
but
definitely getting into the
doesn't
Xbox One.
I heard it? They didn't put no great effort
Well,
last
the
year.
graphics aren't as good on the graphics. Here's the thing with the graphics on the PS4, Xbox One. They look top notch. I mean, that's expected. But I mean, the graphics on the PS3, the Xbox 360. I mean, they're probably gonna put more effort this year now that they've had more time and stuff. Because I know last year it was just kind of like I think that's why they put the release date off like a month later for the next gen, because they were still working on things and trying to get things in there and stuff. But this year I think the graphics, or whatever, will be a little bit. I think they'll be top notch. But as far as PS3, the last gens go, I think probably. I mean, they'll probably put something in there, but I don't think it's gonna be like amazing. That's not really expected, But they'll make it as decent as they can. But I'll definitely. I already actually have mine on pre-order for PS4, so I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
And you can get it on. Yes,
I'm
you're
sorry.
alright.
Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. What you gonna say, Tony?
No, I was saying you can get it on PS3 though.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. So I should just save and get it for the 4 whenever I get the 4, right?
Or you could get an Xbox One.
Yeah, or whatever I want to do. But okay, this is the last wrestling related thing. Is watch it. Let me start this. The thoughts on Michael Cole. Okay, I am not a fan of him. Okay, of course I like Jim Ross better. Jim Ross is not in the company. Michael Cole came a long way. He's doing the backstage segments. Wrestlers picked on him left and right. I think he came a long way, but I think he's still kind of nerdy because McMahon tells him what to do on the freaking mic. But that's his freaking job. Is he gonna stay with the W forever? It seemed like it. He's been with the W since the Attitude Era. What's your thoughts, guys, on Michael Cole?
So, one thing you got to take into consideration when thinking about Michael Cole is he didn't come from a wrestling background. If you look at usually the two of the 3 or 4 really of the greatest wrestling commentators, usually they say Gordon Soley, Jim Ross, Gorilla, or Joey Styles. All 4 of them came from a wrestling background. So JR and Gorilla, particularly because we're talking about WWE here, they came from, I mean, hell, Gorilla was a wrestler and JR was a talent coordinator and then became broadcasters, who basically was a booker beforehand under Bill Watts in the territory days of Oklahoma. So they both have massive knowledge of wrestling and experience under their belt before they became broadcasters, and damn good ones, if not the best. So to compare Michael Cole right off the bat with those two guys is a bit tough, because you're comparing men who have been in this business for decades to a guy who is not used to that, who is basically a reporter and a journalist. What I will say is that Michael Cole will obviously never be a JR or anything like that. Will he ever be a replacement for him in terms of his ability? And even Michael Cole said this publicly. However, I will give Michael Cole credit. He has improved tenfold over what he was at his worst when he was doing commentary. When he first started doing commentary, like on SmackDown, he wasn't horrible on SmackDown, but I think he did a much better job in terms of articulating, emphasizing characters and storylines at certain moments. That stupid heel run with Lawler was not him, obviously. That was the whole just Vince trying to get a kick out of seeing Cole versus Lawler at WrestleMania, so I forgive him for that one. But as far as being just a commentator, I think as far as being the lead commentator, he's doing a damn good job. May not be, again, we're comparing him to JR and other people in the past. That's just that's a curve. That's not a fair assessment. So I will say that while Michael Cole may not be the best head announcer or the best commentator ever, as far as what he does, being like the strict play-by-play guy or analyst guy, I think he's doing a very good job. To be honest with you.
Okay, Tony.
Yeah, like with Cole and stuff, I never really had a problem with the guy or whatever. Like, what really, kind of just was like tuning me out with him. It seems like he's kind of more turned into like a babyface announcer since it's after the even babyface kind of really his whole announcing career really. He kind of started off, from being backstage doing interviews and all that crap, and then he transitioned to the announcers table. But what really out of everything, I mean, I don't hate the guy. He could be better, but for what he is, he's pretty good. But what really just kind of I never really liked was the whole Lawler feud. I just that was just pointless. And Michael Cole every once in a while, he's got to throw it in or whatever. Oh, I'm undefeated at Mania. You got to throw that in or whatever. But just a big joke when it comes to that. But overall, I think he's done a pretty good job. There is some botching here and there, but you know what? I mean, who doesn't botch these days? Really, who doesn't? He does botch with some of his lines and stuff like that. But he's decent and stuff. With him, JBL and JBL and Brian Saxon, and with Booker T or whatever, he's doing tough enough. But Brian Saxon, the three of them to me mesh well together. I don't know. It's just me. I've never, off subject here, I've really never been a fan of Booker T as the commentator. Maybe like, what was it, 2011 or something? Yeah, around 2011, I kind of somewhat liked it, but I don't know, this current run as commentator, I haven't been a fan of it, but I'm glad I like Brian Saxon. He's knowledgeable, and I like him as a commentator, but Cole really isn't that bad. He's kind of grown on me.
Yeah, me too. But he said a while back he's going to be in Hall of Fame. Do you think he will be in Hall of Fame, or he got a long way to go, guys?
I think eventually. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to get inducted now.
No.
But I think down the road.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like Michael Cole, Tony. I mean, he came a long way. Of course, he's not no Jim Ross, but of course, some things he says the same old stuff every single Monday night, and it gets very annoying, right, Tony?
Yes.
So
What's did you want to talk about maybe possible SummerSlam card?
Yeah, we could discuss that. I heard rumors floating around. It might be Big Show versus Ryback if Ryback's healthy, and that's gonna be for the belt. I don't want to see that match with the Passion. Hell no. And probably the Miz will put his 2 cents in, and probably be the match we're supposed to have at Battleground. So I'm not too sure.
And also, yeah, I don't want to see that match. So I was telling you on a podcast that I was hearing rumors that they're gonna do a 3-way for the tag belts. The New Day, Primetime Players, and I don't want to say it because it's retarded, but the Mega Powers.
That's gonna be stupid too. 2 stupid matches for SummerSlam. It's supposed to be the biggest summer event of the what is it?
The biggest party of the summer.
And so far, it's gonna be a letdown.
Wow.
And I think everyone's gonna not watch every match. They just go into the main event, Taker and Lesnar, see how they can perform.
I'm glad that's the main event.
Yeah.
Because the belt, the rumor, most likely this match is going to happen. Cena and Rollins, non-title or whatever, it's just going to be one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm against that because we've already seen it. I'm not saying, I don't want to see the match because I don't want to say, I don't want to see the match because I think it's going to be bad or anything. I think the match will be, I'm not going to say phenomenal, but I think the match will be a great match. Those two have good chemistry with each other. We've seen in the past they've worked good matches. TLC last year, they had a match, and they faced multiple times on Raw and stuff. Maybe SmackDown, I think, too. But it's not that. I'm not worried about the match being terrible or anything. I don't think it will be. It's just, we've seen it multiple times. It seems like they're running out of ideas. Like this, it was just so random. you had Rollins cutting a promo, and this is this. I know some people will disagree and don't want to see this, but I don't like. I would have rather had even though it wouldn't have really made any sense because it's only been a week, but I would have rather had Kane come out, like Demon Kane, that is, with the mask and stuff like that, and then just challenge Rollins or something like that, or just brawl with him. But I think they're going to build towards that feud, but maybe after SummerSlam or something. But I think, well, the rumors were that Kane, when he comes back, is going to be a face, and I hope it's with the mask. But I just don't see him being a corporate or any of that crap as a face. So he's got to be Demon. And if anybody noticed on Raw, the mask was missing from the stand. Normally it's on the stand in the glass case, but it wasn't there. So I don't know if they're hinting to something like that. But I would have preferred Kane to come out and confront Rollins. But Cena was random as hell, so I don't know what they're doing there. But if the match does happen, which most likely it will, we already know who's going to go over there. Cena.
Yeah. Or if the match does take place, maybe Seth Rollins get disqualified, but he's still gonna win or something like that. Like Cena gets disqualified, but Seth Rollins retains. I mean, I know it won't be a title match, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then maybe after the match, Kane returns, or something, and he chokes down Rollins or something.
Yeah. I just hopefully. I mean, I know it's not like confirmed, but hopefully it's not a title match because that would suck. Because we all know that Cena's gonna win, but maybe Seth Rollins is gonna win the match by DQ, and he could keep the belt, if it's a title match.
Yeah, but I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna obviously do the Cena Rollins match, and then maybe have Kane return after the match, and then Rollins and Kane at Night of Champions. That's just my little thoughts on there. But I don't know. Is OK back? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm back. I hope that doesn't happen. I just don't want to see Cena in the title picture again. I know why they're doing it, but
I agree.
Come on.
Now,
what about Demon Kane and Seth, or do you want to see that either?
I'd rather see that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't like you saying Demon, but I guess it's just because people are used to just saying Kane. But Demon more, they resemble with the mask and all that crap, and it's more dangerous. But I should just say Kane, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I think, I don't know, was I the only one that noticed how the mask was gone?
I think you were until you tweet that picture to me.
Yeah, because looking, and the mask was gone. Like when the two times, I think they were backstage. It showed Triple H and Stephanie, I think, backstage twice, I believe, and both times that there were, the mask wasn't there. I don't know if this is like, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. It was me. I think it was there last week. I'm not sure, but I actually don't know when the last time I've seen the mask like in the backstage area. But yeah, it wasn't there. Wasn't there on Raw. Like, I don't know if they're hinting at something like that. I mean, I hope so, but I know Kane is one of those guys that just needs to hang it up. But I think he has one last run enough that it just can't be with this whole corporate crap.
Hey, okay, Faye. Now, if Cena does face Seth Rollins and it's for the belt, I mean, is he gonna tie Ric Flair's record or break the record?
If he wins the WWE Championship.
Yeah, if it's gonna be a title match, yes.
It will be, he will tie Ric Flair's record.
Okay, I hopefully it doesn't happen, but I guarantee you down the road sometime he's gonna freaking break it. I'm sorry to say that, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, also another quick thought. I'm looking here on Facebook and I seen this post by one of these wrestling sites, and I agree. This is just a throw. Might as well add this in there. Cesaro will be world champion within the next 2 years. I agree. He should. Seeing they're starting to push him now.
See, they should have done that before.
They gave him what? Yodeling gimmick, Real Americans. He was with Exana.
Stupid.
What other crap? He won the Under the Giant Memorial. That did nothing for him. He was with Paul Heyman. That did nothing for him. It just seemed like they did not know what to do anything with him, and stuff like that. So I think the way the past two matches he's had with Cena and how he main evented Raw, I think they're pushing towards his singles run. Like, well, obviously a singles run, but I think they're gonna start pushing him. I don't know. I hope so. I like the guy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, now I do, but before I didn't. I don't know. It may just took a while, but maybe next year could win the Rumble and push him to the main event to Mania. That'd be sweet because he's young, and if WWE doesn't push him, they might lose a great talent, and he might go to another wrestling company. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah, I'd like to hear OK's thoughts on Cesaro.
You there, man? Okay, Faye?
Yeah, you know, I think that I think this is Cesaro's chance to really push through, and if for whatever reason he doesn't make it, I don't see him sticking around.
You don't think he's gonna stick around?
If this is his chance to get noticed and to get a push, and it doesn't go through, I don't think he will stick around.
Yeah, it's sad, but
This was their last chance, I think, because
Yeah.
I think last year I think they tried to give him, but yeah, last year they tried to give him something, but that didn't really go anywhere. I think this is his last chance. I think. Well, what was it? What was it like? I guess normally Michael Cole does these interviews every week, and I kind of was watching it because it had Cesaro on there today. I don't know if all this is just crap or it's actually things that happen, but Michael Cole, Cesaro was saying, like when McMahon mentioned him on Austin's podcast a while back, but about grabbing the brass ring or whatever that was. He like walked into McMahon's office or something, and he said, like he said, challenge accepted or something like that, and then. He's like 2 months later, me and Tyson won the tag titles, and so I guess McMahon maybe is finally giving him the push. Asking McMahon, but yeah, like I hope it's a success. I mean, the crowd really to me is always they've been into him. I mean, at first I wasn't really a fan of him. He started to grow on me and stuff. I mean, he's phenomenal. I mean, he can work good matches. Those 2 matches with Cena, they were good. And he's put on. Pretty good matches. He had a good match with Owens a few weeks ago. But it's just Cesaro is one of those guys. Whoever you put him with, it almost seems like they have good chemistry and they can work a good match.
oh yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up. Guys, go ahead and plug your channels and all that social media. Go ahead.
All right. Yes. So you want to follow me at the Raider Viper One, and then go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube, The Wrestling Talent.
Go ahead. Okay, Faye, take it off. Take it away.
Of course, there's my Twitter at OKFave, Facebook.com/OKFaveisBach. New YouTube channel. Unfortunately, the one got flagged, so OKFave Forever is not working. So check out the new one. The link will be at my Twitter account. Also, make sure you also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/OKFave.
Okay, and the host of the most, Team RY. You guys could follow me on Twitter. It's Team RY32. You guys could check out my main channel called Team RY. And you could check out my second YouTube channel called RY, whatever I call it. All the links are down below. Thank you, guys. This is a great podcast. I really appreciate it, guys. We gotta do this again in the near future, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So, you want to say goodnight to your viewers out there? One at a time. Go for it.
Good night, sweet dreams.
Okay, go,
have a good night. Yeah.
And good night from the host. And all 3 champions says, have a good night. And the champions are out here. Peace out. And we will see you next wrestling podcast. Team RY.
Next week.
What?
Next week.
Yeah, next week. Team RY's wrestling podcast. Have a good night. Peace out. Woo!